So, not too long ago, like this week, I'm enjoying my little bit of time off from school by doing homework, as one does, and I am greeted with the news that Cartoon Network's going to be shut down. My roommate tells me this heartbreak, and I felt fucking awful. Like in those 3 seconds I heard it, because I was like, "There's no fucking way they're shutting it down. There's no way." Even in the gym in my apartment complex, Cartoon Network is the only channel that's on. Like I'm watching Courage the Cowardly Dog when I'm working out at like 8 o'clock at night. It's awesome. It's wonderful. I'm loving it. So Cartoon Network's shutting down. I'm upset. Then I look into it, and it's just actually no, it's not. That's not what's happening. But that doesn't mean we can't just read it. Rip Cartoon Network. Internet erupts in nostalgia as Warner folds studio. Cartoon Network was responsible for some of the most iconic cartoon shows ever seen. Okay. All right. Following massive layoffs across various studios at Warner Bros., the entertainment giant broke the hearts of millions of fans with reports of emerging that Cartoon Network Studios will be merged with Warner Bros. Animation. This means Cartoon Network will no longer function as an independent studio as news of the merger spread. Fans who have grown up on the original cartoon programming from Cartoon Network flooded Twitter with nostalgic posts. So, yeah, Cartoon Network's not going away. It's just the studios are now getting folded into Warner Bros., which I'm not the biggest fan of. But it's not as bad as what I thought it was. But still, Cartoon Network gave me some of the best memories growing up because some of the greatest shows. Courage the Cowardly Dog is still one of my favorite shows, and honestly, since it's the middle of October, I should be going through and rewatching all of it because it's a good Halloween show. It's fun, it's interesting, it's scary. Like some of the concepts on there are actually kind of terrifying if you really think about it. It's good. It's like the child's version of the Twilight Zone. It's awesome. I love it. So yeah, I love Cartoon Network. Very upset that this happened. I've been trying to rewatch Adventure Time, also another good show. Even some of the even though people say Cartoon Network really fell off, I think some of the newer stuff is good. Like I love Victor and Valentino. That's honestly kind of a fun show. That seems like something I would be really into, like growing up, right? I like it. It's not bad. I love the regular show. You know, I grew up in like the good golden era or not even the golden, the renaissance of Cartoon Network. Gumball, Adventure Time, regular show. There was dark days like Uncle Grandpa. But even some of the stuff that I didn't watch, like Steven Universe, I still considered as pretty good. You know, good animation. You know, good stuff. Good storytelling. All of the all of the likes because I liked it. What Cartoon Network was going with, like some of these big shows like regular show, Adventure Time, and Steven Universe. I liked the big storytelling. It's nice. It gives a lot of rewatchability, you know, going back to it. Rewatching Chowder, there's no big storytelling. It's funny. Don't get me wrong. It's hilarious. I like watching it when when I'm getting ready for school in the morning. Not a lot of rewatchability on it. Adventure Time, I didn't realize how good it was. It's pretty good. Regular show, phenomenal. Never watched Steven Universe, so I'm probably never gonna. I'm just never gonna watch it. But yeah. But there's some people with some stuff to say about Cartoon Network. You know, I looked it up, and then one of the first videos I am greeted with is by our good buddy, our good bearded pal, the Quartering.
What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from the Quartering, and we just got some new news from Warner Brothers as Zaslav, their new CEO, continues to gut the company, and as of right now, essentially, Cartoon Network Studios has been completely gutted, merged in with Warner Brothers Animation, and nearly 100 people just got their pink slips. And it's an interesting story. I mean, you have this situation where if you haven't been following Cartoon Network over the past couple of months, allow me to remind you. You see Cartoon Network tweeting this out in February of last year.
And here's the funny thing: I have been following Cartoon Network for the past couple of months. Or not even the apartment, the room I was staying in over the summer. Shitty internet, and the TV did not allow for any connections like HDMI for some reason. I don't know how they figured that out, but I could not plug in any HDMI, and there was no, anything like that. So I was stuck with cable. So I was like, all right, which few channels do I watch? Comedy Central, okay. TBS, all right. Cartoon Network, all right. So I watched a lot of it. Coming home from work, putting it on, making food, eating. It's all right. It was all right. It was pretty good. I didn't mind it. Watching a few episodes of Gumball, Victor and Valentino. Then Adult Swim comes on, King of the Hill, American Dad. Bing Bang Boom. It's not bad. I liked it. So I never saw anything weird about it, except for when I woke up in the middle of the night having Coco Melon fucking blasted in my ears. That's horrifying. I think Cartoon Network should not have Coco Melon. I don't like it.
When you see color and the history that comes with it, you can recognize the role racism plays in our culture and appreciate everyone's diversity. Crystal Gem says, be anti-racist. Steven Universe, anti-racist. I mean, what?
Black people can't marry white people.
Hey.
Hey.
What?
Now.
It's Garnet from Steven Universe.
Kids, don't be racist.
Don't be racist. I love this fucking ad because it was funny. Because the actual ad is like, don't be racist. Cut. That's the segment. And it's like, oh, it was fake. Be racist. Hold on. Let's see if I can't find that whole thing. See if I can't find the ad.
1, 2, 3. Hey, when we're older, let's get married. Ha! You can't get married. Why not? Black people can't marry white people.
Hey now.
It's Garnet from Steven Universe.
Kids, don't be racist.
Cut. Okay, people, we just need to get coverage. We'll start again in 5.
This is the cheesiest job I've ever done. Stuff like
It's just sit like that. It's like, cut. That's it. And it's like, the fucking cyberpunk theme plays like, da 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 da. Be racist. Da 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 da. It's funny. All right. I guess we got finished playing it.
this doesn't actually happen in real life. Whoa there.
Are you kidding? It totally does.
Just because this has never happened to you doesn't mean it doesn't happen.
Oh, wow. I'm sorry. Seriously, I didn't know.
Yeah, everyone messes up sometimes. But you gotta realize
Unrealistic. The kid actually learned a lesson in like 30 seconds.
it hurts to deal with racism. And when people act like it's not real, it makes it feel even worse.
You have to acknowledge racism to work against it.
You're right. I can do that.
You kids better work on this before the wedding.
Whoa, that's just
We're
for
just
the
actors.
script.
All right. I'm bored with it. Standard stuff across cartoons. The Get Up and Move, all of that. I remember that was my era. Like Nickelodeon would turn off the no shows, go outside, get active, eat healthy. There's nothing even egregious with that ad. Like there's nothing bad about it. It's just like, don't be racist. You gonna have something to say about it?
Huh?
Huh?
Kids don't talk like this. Of course they don't.
Yes, they do. Yes, they fucking do. I grew up with kids talking like that. No, black people can't marry white people. Yes, kids do absolutely talk like that. If you haven't seen that, you haven't been around kids. It just happens. I remember I remember being a kid. I remember seeing shit like that. I'm like, black people can't marry white people. Yeah, I went to a majority black school. It was said the other way around, but it still happened. I have a little sister. Seeing her friends grow up, stuff like that happened. And hey, it continues on into adulthood if people aren't taught why that's wrong. It's pretty simple. Pretty simple stuff. Mainly because these kids already can have parents saying that stuff, and kids are just a sponge, and they'll say exactly what their parents taught them to say. It's just what they said, And racism's bad, so let's teach kids to not be racist. And I like how the whole ad, that we just saw was just like, people say it's not real, and that can make it worse. And here he is like, that's not real. Because he didn't get to the other half of the ad.
And this is just a start. How about this one? Cartoon Network in December. Black inventors, heroes, and leaders often left out of history. Ask yourself as you're learning, who is the focus and why? Crystal Gem says, be anti-racist.
No, a good thing. Me being a history buff all the time, I would have loved to learn about some of the stuff that is just not talked about. And the stuff like a lot of like black leading figures. We learn about, we learn about Rosa Parks, Frederick Douglass. We mention W.B. Du Bois. We don't really talk about like some of these bigger names. Like we talk about George Washington fucking Carver, Peanut Man. What about the guy who invented the first open heart surgery? The first successful open heart surgery was by a black man. Did we ever talk about that in school? No, we did not.
All right, class. Can anyone tell me who invented the light bulb?
Thomas Edison!
That's not entirely true.
Yes, it's true. He did not technically invent the light bulb. His company did.
The light bulb could more rightfully be attributed to Lewis Latimer, the black inventor behind the filament inside the bulb.
No, he invented filament, not the light bulb. But that's like.
Yeah, no. Saying shit like this, saying Thomas Edison invented the light bulb, is like saying Elon Musk invented Tesla cars. No, he's just the one whose name's put at the end of it. Because in reality, Thomas Edison did not play a single hand in the final steps of the working light bulb. He did a lot in the beginning with earlier prototypes and all that, but nothing towards the end. That was led by a large team. A team on the filament, a team on the actual glass, a team on the lighting of the energy source. A lot of moving hands worked into that. But since Thomas Edison holds the patent, we say he invented it. When in reality, it was done by a team of several engineers, scientists, and inventors.
Cartoon Network PSA teaching anti-racism sparks outrage online. Yet another one.
You gonna watch it?
Cartoon Network now swallowed by Warner Brothers Animation after layoffs. October 12th this year. Now,
So funny that, huh? So funny. I'm guessing he's gonna say Cartoon Network went woke, so it goes broke. When in reality, it's mainly because kids just don't care about cartoons as much anymore because not a lot of them are watching TV. Most of them are on YouTube. That's kind of more the case now. It's less of Cartoon Network going woke and more of just YouTube free, put Coco Melon on YouTube. Which is why you see Cartoon Network put Coco Melon on, It's on YouTube for free, but you could also pay DirecTV and have Cartoon Network on there. And also HBO had shows on there, but now it doesn't. So where else is it going to go? There's a lot of moving parts to why Cartoon Network has lost money throughout the years. Not a lot. I guarantee you it has very little to do with saying racism is bad and that Thomas Edison is not the inventor of the light bulb. I don't know, man. I love just Jeremy trying to blame all of this on, on Steven Universe and the company going woke and stuff like this, kind of on the soft edge. Not explicitly saying that because a lot of people, are blaming Cartoon Network for going woke, going broke. Yeah, whatever. But let's just really look at some, if Steven Universe is really the problem of why Cartoon Network gets shut down, I want to know how much viewership it got, because I'm pretty sure it was one of the bigger shows. 15 most watched cartoons on Cartoon Network. All right, 15, Teen Titans. 14, Johnny Test. I remember watching a lot of that. Whip Crack and all. 13, Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy. 12, Teen Titans Go above Teen Titans. You hate to see it. Ed, and Eddie. Justice League. God, that was so good growing up. I should probably rewatch that. I roommates love superheroes. Johnny Bravo, classic. Code Lyoko. Oh, that can't be 8. There's no way that's 8. There's no way that is 8. Okay, I thought it was going to take me to... Actually, it's a weird show. There's no way that's 8. Powerpuff Girls, I believe, should be at 7. Courage the Cowardly Dog, absolutely. 5, regular show. 4, Dexter's Laboratory. Ooh, 3, Steven Universe. Wow, the woke shows is one of the highest watched shows. 2, Amazing World of Gumball. A lot of woke in there. 1, Adventure Time. Some woke. I don't know, Jeremy. I don't know. Maybe going woke isn't a reason why it happened to Cartoon Network. Maybe it's just a changing landscape, and the animators and people who worked at the studios are struggling now, and it's kind of sad. Because we're seeing like a flagship of like animation and artistry and, you know, entertainment go down. I don't know. The whole going woke argument's so stupid.